Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the Atlas 46 Yorktown Tool Roll that they sent me out. So I previously saw this, I think it was maybe in December. Doc over at Last Best Tool has a very good video on this, and you should check it out if you're thinking about buying it. In fact, I'll probably put a link to his video in the description because he uses this really as the intention is supposed to be. Load up a bunch of tools, roll it up, take it with you, take it out, unroll it, use the tools, all those kinds of things like that. Well, I've never really owned a tool roll before. I don't think I've ever even used one. I might have had one just in passing or something like that, but never really put it to use. So I wasn't real sure how I was going to use this. But then after I got it and I unrolled it and saw what the size was, I realized it fits perfectly for something else that I just started recently using, and it's going to work out and save me a bunch of time of loading and unloading specific things for jobs and things like that. And I think it's going to be a big help to me. So I'm going to kind of use it in a way that's not really intended, but it's not that it's not intended that way. Just maybe a little bit differently than some other people might would use it. So again, it is the Atlas 46 Yorktown Tool Roll. This is the SAE. They also have a metric, but really, as far as I can tell, the only difference between those two is this labeling right here. So it's in case you want to buy two of them. You can have a metric set, SAE set. It also has a hook and loop over here, so you could also make a patch. If you have something totally specific and you buy multiple of these, you can kind of label it or, you know, put your business name on there, whatever you want to do. So you can unroll this, just unclick it, it unrolls. Again, hence the name Tool Roll. You've got 4 of these style pockets right here that are kind of puffy and expand. I think I measured and I had about 5 inches of expansion right there, but it might even puff out a little bit more. But with this, you have the option to be able to hang it vertically, which is how I'm primarily going to use it, and still open a zipper and your tools not fall out. Or you can also have it down on the ground flat and open the zipper on the front and not have your tools roll out here. Very nice that they've done that, that you have an option to open it up both ways. And a really nice feature that they did and they thought of is basically all the paracord zippers are a little bit different color. So the vertical ones, if you're hanging it vertical, you want to always use the yellow. If you're doing it flat, you want to use the orange. And then this pocket up here is a little bit different. It's more of a flat pocket, not as puffy for the top. It's got a blue. So everything is kind of a little bit different. So if you're working on the flat, use orange or blue. And then if you're working in the vertical, use yellow or blue. Very nice that they kind of thought that out. And I'm not sure if I said it or not, but this runs $179, which seems expensive. But again, everything in Atlas is made in the USA. It's all very good material, very good zippers. I've only owned their vest and pouches, but everything I bought from them has been top notch. So you also have hook and loop here. They provide you with these covers that have their logo Atlas 46. But then again, if you're using this for specific things and you want to label each pouch, you know, you can get you some stuff made. There's one with my name on it that you can put on there. So pretty nice that you could turn around and label things like that. So again, all these are decent size, will hold quite a bit. In fact, like here is a, 15-inch pry bar. That's about the biggest on the length. That fits in there easy, but that's pretty much the width of that pocket. I thought that was a good tool to show for that. And then also like even something as big as like a 27-ounce hammer here, that fits in there as far as the head and everything and zips up easy. Plenty of room to spare even inside of that as well. So they are all decent size. You're going to be able to fit quite a bit in there. And then this one up here, a little bit flatter. So again, it still opens up a lot. You can still put a bunch in there. But of course, the more you put in there, the bigger the roll is going to be once you get done. But that's not even all the storage that you have. So again, you have 2 handles here where you can easily just fold it up and carry it like that if you want to, if you don't want to roll it. It also has like a strap here that's adjustable for hanging it on something, and also D-rings. But storage wise, you also have 2 zippers here. And I think this is the difference, if I remember right from watching Doc's video, is I think on the previous version, you zipped this big pocket from the other side. So if you wanted to use it, you had to flip it over, unzip it. People didn't like that, so they changed it. So this side you can open, and now you can access this entire size bag. I mean, and that is a huge bag. Holds a lot of stuff. I put a few of my Milwaukee wrenches inside of here. So this side over here is really intended to hold a wrench set, and that's why you have the labeling for SAE and metric in case you want to use a wrench set. And then this side, if we open it, has just some little bit bigger pockets as far as the width and stuff if you want to use it for that. But again, at the end of the day, if you've got all your tools out of these, it starts raining on you, or your customer says, hey man, we got to close up, you got to get out of here, you could easily just start throwing all your stuff inside of this thing, whatever you got out and about. You know, zip this up, pick it up like this, carry it out, throw it in your truck, deal with it later when you get home. So again, it's a huge bag there for that. So how am I going to use this? Again, I'm not probably going to carry the typical things somebody might put in these, the wrenches and all those things. Whenever I got this out, I realized it fits perfectly on the side of my Crescent SiteRunner cart as far as the width and everything. And so whenever I get out that cart and I'm usually working, what I do is I get out my cart, I walk around my truck, I start getting out all the stuff that I'm going to use on the job and putting it on the cart. I wheel it in, do the work, roll the cart back out, start unloading and putting the typical stuff back in my truck, because I store everything in my truck because I use them on jobs whether I use that SiteRunner or not. So what I'm going to do is load this up with my typical supplies that I use on almost every job. So whether it's like muck enders right here, you know, I can keep those inside of one of these bins, muck enders, maybe a few microfiber cloths for cleaning stuff. Then I also carry, you know, some gloves with me. Again, I'll still have a whole nother set of these in my truck, but I won't have to pull them out of my truck anymore. I'll just keep this roll there, and I don't have to only use this with my SiteRunner. I may actually just take them out of my truck, these supplies, period, put them in this roll and put this roll in my truck and just take this in with me to every job, even if I just carry it in like this. And then I'll have it with me with all my standard stuff in it, extra gloves, all my cleaning stuff as far as for my own personal self. Maybe I want to keep a couple M12 batteries inside of that, just to save me from having to go back out to my truck when a battery's dead. So there's an M12 with that bigger base. You know, that still fits in there, zips up. I'll even grab a small one over here real fast, throw one of them in there as well. And again, there's still plenty of room to put more stuff. Maybe I want a drill bit set and some bits or something, a couple different Klein mod boxes, maybe put a tape measure, whether I want to clip it on that or keep it inside of there. That still goes in there as well. Again, possibilities are endless, but basically bread and butter type stuff, that's what I'm going to put in here. I've got a D-ring up here. Maybe I want to put a bit holder on it. So I'm going to use mine as a tool row, but more of a tool slash common supply row. I'll be able to take this thing out, put it on my Crescent cart, or if I'm just going into a job, take it in just like that and have it on every single job sitting on the floor in front of me. Again, the more stuff you put in here, I'm sure it's a little bit harder to roll. Let's go ahead and check it out with that stuff in there. But you can still roll it up. This thing is adjustable as far as the strap itself to kind of expand out right here. So you can still expand it and get it to lock if you want to, as far as putting it up in your truck. But carrying it in, I don't even mind carrying it like that myself. So again, that's the Atlas 46 tool row. I'm going to use it in this way, carry my bread and butter type supplies, and then even on top of that, if there's a specific job and I don't even need to carry a tool bag, maybe I just need this and a few tools, I could still throw a bunch of stuff even inside of this, you know, before I carry it in. Bigger tools, impacts, whatever it might be, it's again just going to expand it out as I'm carrying it, but it's still just something that basically I can carry in and use on that kind of a job. But that's how I'm going to use it. Curious to know your guys' feedback on that, or let me know in the comments below if you've used this Yorktown tool row. Give us your feedback on it, or if there's another unique way in which you use these things, drop that in the comments below as well. But as always, I hope this video was helpful in some way. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.